Hello, gamer fans. What's going on, guys?
I'm Swifty.
And I'm Impulse, and we're here to bring you
All Out Gaming, the first episode. What we're gonna kind of do is break down some games, as you may already know, and debate them, tell you guys a little bit about them. So let Coulter kind of give you the story, and he'll give you a basic story and let you break down, or he'll break down a few things that were cool about the game, and then I will give my chunk of interesting information, and then we'll kind of give a debate at the end.
Alright, so here we go. Alright, so for the story, what I found interesting was that it was based off a simulation ran in 2001 by George W. Bush after the terrorist attacks and whatnot. It was to determine what happened to the United States after a biochemical attack was to happen. And so the game takes Black Winter, that's what the simulation was called, and the timeline is 2007 when it first happens to, of course, present time.
Yes, obviously a very modern shooter, which is really interesting, actually.
And so in this timeline, a biochemical attack happened with sleeper cell agents within what is called the Division. Hence the name of the game, of course. And so, of course, resources went down, the economy went down, the United States broke down because of all of this, and you're saying New York. Now, the gameplay mechanics that I went over are pretty interesting. People who are not on PC but on tablets, Android and iOS, they can be either or. On tablets can choose support skills to support people in game. And one of them was a drone. And this drone could provide aerial view support, like thermal and whatnot, for these people, or and revive them to, heal them as they were injured. And there's many other skills that people on tablets can use. There's not just like any support 3 skills. They can just tap on it and switch in between. And then
very interesting integration.
And then pretty much, this is a Tom Clancy too. I'll let Jensen go on into that.
Yeah, so I mean, Tom Clancy, Splinter Cell, Rainbow, 06 Vegas, Ghost Recon, Hawks, usually you can expect a pretty solid Tom Clancy game. Not saying every game's been 100% solid, but you can always kind of expect a really solid game from Tom Clancy. And you do also have to take into perspective, we're talking next-gen console here. We are talking, what is this game going to be able to provide for us for the next gen? Because we don't want to see the same thing. If you guys watch my series, you'll hear me rant about that all the time. We want to see something new with the next gen, and with this game, it's an open world. So with this being an open world game, it really can, bump up and be like, well, here's something new that we can do possibly. And there's so many integration features that can happen, and there's so many things that can happen with it being a next generation game. It's awesome. Another major thing that's going to be integrated into this is the clan system. Haven't seen
like Halo 2 clan system.
Well, what's going to happen is you can be a free roamer. You're probably going to die, but I mean you can free roam. You can do whatever you want, but you can actually form clans within the Division, form with people, get up with them. You can help them, because you're thinking like this is like Days and you have to find loot, you have to find food, you have to do all these things. That's why it's kind of considered an MMORPG, but it's more of an open world game.
Yeah.
So you still have to do all these things, and that's what I find really, really interesting about this game. So that's kind of what I found interesting. If you guys don't know, it is coming out. It's still to be announced, but it is coming out on the Xbox One, the PS4, and after a huge PC petition, it's coming out for PC. So that was really interesting to see.
Yeah, that PC petition, I was reading all about that. Oh man, people were not too happy that it was only coming out on next-gen consoles and not the PC, but luckily, Ubisoft loves their fans. You hear that, guys? Your opinion counts.
Yeah, it's really cool to see that. So let's debate a few things. What's one thing that you could see? If we can't debate something, I think this game is going to be able to perform better on the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. That's my opinion.
Oh, I'm a multi-platform kind of guy, so I can't really say much, not even playing on either console, really.
Yeah.
The Xbox One, who knows? Who truly honestly knows? It might. I'm going with PC as of it looking really good. PCs have the reputation of taking any console game to the next level with graphics, no matter what game it is.
Yeah, and this is exactly where I think the Xbox One is really going to shine, because they're really throwing some big open world games at us real quick on their console, their exclusives. They're bringing out some huge titles that are all going to be open world games. So they're already going to have that, stature build up on the open world. They're going to know what went wrong, what went right. And I think that they're going to be able to, hierarchy that, because they are, essentially trying to build it up with a PC. Not saying that they're going to succeed, but I think that, people liking the console, knowing that their console can run efficiently, knowing that, the console's this sturdy machine, it won't lag, they don't have to decrease all this stuff. I think that's what's really going to make the Xbox One shine, is because that's what it was built to do.
If you think about it, though, I mean, going back to History 101, the first Xbox came out, right?
Correct.
And the biggest game was, of course, Halo, as Xbox fans would know, ourselves included.
Mm-hmm.
And there's where the problem lies. It was the first-person shooter, and Microsoft got so good because it was the exclusive. And that was the first inspiring first-person shooter to be developed. Inspired Call of Duty to make its multiplayer off of it and its first-person mechanics off of it. Halo, people could agree or disagree. But going to what seems like a new era, this focus is shifting off from first-person shooter to open world now, as we can see from all these games coming out. And with Microsoft being, more into the shooters, I mean, this game, I don't know. I mean, Microsoft didn't exclusively, build it or anything. So to say it would be better on the Xbox One than on a PS4, I don't know about that one much yet. Can't really say on that one.
Yeah.
They could be both equal. I mean, that's happened a lot. They could both have the same quality.
Yeah, that's just, like you said, you have your opinion, I have my opinion. But guys, that looks about all the time we're going to have for All Out Gaming. Stay tuned for the next one. I believe the next one we're going to do, which is going to be really fun, is Daisy, the standalone. So that will be really fun to talk about. And I bet a lot of people know about it. So.
And then a couple of people will probably be joining us on the next one.
Yeah, hopefully we can get some people, and like you said, we're just trying to make these all a little bit different, trying to give you guys some different stuff. So that's pretty much about it.
Thank you guys for watching. Yep. Thank you for all your support, of course.
Yeah, whether we get 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, views.
Which so far we've been averaging about 30, which is more than, to be honest, that I expected. So that's awesome. Thank you guys.
Yeah, so whatever support we get, thank you guys for watching. If you guys know of anything that can make our videos better, please let us know.
And we love to hear back.
Yeah, so if you guys ever want to play with us, just be sure to YouTube, message us, and you know what they say. It's not a game, not the gamers.
And we will see you out there in the gaming world!
Come take a chance, you and me.